Good morning, everybody. Zach here with Southern Lone Retrievers, and this is Mallie's Life. Today we are on day 2, session 2 of Force the Water. It's a muggy morning out here, but it's relatively normal temps. It's just about 68, almost 70 degrees, and it's about 6 in the morning. You can definitely tell hunting season's on the way because the sun's starting to rise a little bit later, which not good for training, but good for hunting. And I'm bittersweet, so I'm good. I need to do some shooting. Nonetheless, Mallie is still building confidence with her Force the Water. So that's our focus right now. We're going to continue to build confidence. Yesterday, we had a really good breakthrough. Day 1, session 1 in the morning, really bad. Expected. Session 2 of that one, of day 1, really good. But we need to build that confidence back up. She's still turning around looking for answers from me. So we need to make sure that we help her out, build that confidence, and we're going to continue to take steps back today. As yesterday, we kind of stayed static for a little bit, and towards the end we took steps back. Today we're going to continue that. So if we step out of frame a little bit on this side, that's why. You can see the mat over here probably going up that way a little bit, but not too far. If she starts to struggle, we'll just retract that as we battle the mosquitoes. So, pile, same spot, same amount of bumpers. We may do one more than yesterday just to keep her endurance up and reinforce. You smell the duck on my pant leg, don't you? To reinforce what we were teaching yesterday and push her a little bit more past her comfort zone. And that's about it. We got Tay over there observing some smells and bells, and she's gonna run her water series after this. But let's get moving. Now. Back. Back. Hey. 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 Back. Back. You can see she's still lacking a little bit of confidence. She's still turning around. I think that's mainly because it's the first rep. She still hasn't gotten in the rhythm of it yet. I think that's going to iron out after our second rep, or excuse me, after this rep. After ranging it on the Leopold rangefinder, it's just at literally 70.0 yards. I thought it was about 50. That's really far from her. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Now that is from the mat where you saw me stand to the pile. Exactly. So that is a far, far swim. That's farther than most senior landmarks. Typically, I mean, obviously tests vary, but most around here. But I could be lying. Good girl, Mal. So we'll take a step back, increase distance. And you guys are kind of sitting on a bucket on top of a bench, so there's no real good vantage point for the camera. Good girl, Mallie. So I'm kind of just, you're in the best spot possible, because all that's behind me is just a bunch of open ground and trees, and there's no real good spot to put the iPad. Good girl, Mal. Good girl. Get that morning aerobics in, huh? Yes, ma'am. Good girl, Gil. Good. 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 Now again, a good habit to get in count how many times he or she turns around to check in with you. Excuse me, I digress. Let's not use the word check-in, because that's more a handling thing. If we're talking about obedience and walking, that's more offline or loose leash walking. More so her looking back to see what to do next. Let's put it that way. Count how many times your pup did that. She did that about twice. She did it right as soon as she left, which I don't know if you caught it. She was kind of mid-jump. And she did a second time, about 3/4 of the way there. Let's see if she does it once or none this time. Yep. Good. Good. Back! Back! Don't you jinx us, Tay. You guys can see she's doing real well. I love rewinding this film when I get to edit it afterwards. Pay attention to her drive, like right around the beginning here. Hold on. Good girl. Good girl. So, rewind and look at her drive right at the beginning here, the first half. Super impressive. I love looking at that and seeing just how her release is. You know, anyone who's a big fan of football or anything like that, you know, you see a lot of these wide receivers and these running backs. They talk about release out of their, you know, for their routes, or running backs out of the pocket, or not out of the pocket, but out of their position. It's so quick. It's so, what's the word I'm looking for? Not powerful, but I can't think of the word. But nonetheless, it's just, it's so forceful. And that's what I saw right there. I'm like, yes, that's good. I like to see that. That's confidence building. That's what we're building for. So I was really happy to see that. No turnarounds. Confidence is going up. I like it. Good girl, Mallie. We're learning, girl. Good girl. Good girl. All right. Nicely done. Come on, girl. So again, we're going to be out of frame a little bit, but we're just pushing back. Good girl, Mal. Heel. Heel. Actually, what I'll do, heel. Stay. Give it. Stay. What I'll do is this. I can rotate this, and then when she goes, I'll just change it. Okay. Yep. What are you eating, girl? Sit. What are you eating? Get her. Back! Back!
looking good. So this is going to be 78. Again, on the drop, 78 yards. Last one.
Yeah, we're a good distance off of the actual shoreline now. She's understanding, okay, I've got to make entries from a different terrain feature, that being the land, into a different terrain feature, again, that being the water, more water feature, and then exit into another terrain feature. As simple as it sounds to us, for a dog, this is very complicated because they're just so used to one set mind, especially as a puppy. They're thinking, okay, for so long I've been introduced to just, okay, bird falls from the land, or it goes up from the land, goes down to the land, I get it from the land, bring it back to the person on the land. Same thing goes for the water. We've been teaching that since day one. Now we're starting to introduce different terrain, triple entries. That's what this is, 1, 2, 3, okay? You can dilute that a couple ways, but this is what we're introducing it in a very light sense to Mallie. So, entry, exit, entry, exit. Good girl, last one. Let's get it, girl. 78 yards. Get her. I'm just going through here. Get her. Back! Alright guys, so she did really well. I was really impressed with where we came from yesterday to where she is today. Vast improvement, especially with just moving a couple yards off of the shoreline. I can't be mad at that. That was just exactly how I want the session to go for session 2. She did great. So we're gonna end it on a good note. Well, she did, but we're gonna continue ending on a good note with some fun bumps and well deserved. So thanks for watching, guys, and we will see you on the next one. You want football? You always do that hop, girl.